I could imagine Abraham's frustration as he fears that Isaac may reject his way of life. Abraham could have given up. But Abraham does not write Isaac off. Instead, he keeps trying and trying and trying. Many of us today give up when it appears our loved ones may not be interested in inheriting our Jewish tradition. But we never know when someone may be moved by our efforts. The transmission to Isaac is only complete after Abraham's death. After all of that hard work, Abraham was never even sure if he was successful in his duty. And we too need to never give up in attempting to pass on our tradition. We may never know if we are successful, and we may never know if we were successful. But despite all the points in Isaac's life where he seemed that he was willing to turn his back on his father and let the tradition die, Isaac eventually does find his own way back to God. Immediately after Abraham dies, and only 3 verses into next week's Parsha, Toldot, the Torah says, "Vayitar Yitzchak l'Adonai l'nochach ishto, ki akarahi, vayater lo Adonai v'tahar Rivka ishto." And Isaac pleaded with the Lord on behalf of his wife, because she was barren. And the Lord granted his plea, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived. The event demonstrates that Isaac is moving towards embracing Judaism on his own and instilling this covenant internally. Only after Isaac speaks directly with God for the second time do we see that he fully recognizes God and is ready to earn his status as patriarch. And by doing so, he becomes the link in the chain of Jewish tradition. After the second time he speaks with God, the Torah says, "Vayiven sham mizbeach, vayikra b'shem Adonai." So he built an altar there and invoked the name of the Lord by name. Isaac is now ready to bless Jacob and ensure that Judaism is indeed passed on to the next generation. Each of us, at some point in our life, will be both Abraham and Isaac. There are times when no matter our profession or family status, the responsibility will fall on us to transmit Judaism on in the future. Every single Jew shares the same obligation as Abraham, and we must all be willing to try our absolute hardest to help those that are in the next generation to connect with and internalize Judaism. All of us will also, at some point, be Isaac. Each of us struggles with Judaism. In those times, Isaac can serve as a paradigm for us. Just like Isaac, any of us could ignore, miss, or even reject the entry points into our tradition. But that does not mean we have missed the boat. Isaac only comes to internalize his Judaism later in life. And we hear all the time of many people who have not had positive experiences with Judaism as children. But Isaac shows us that at any point, internalizing Judaism and making it your own can have a profound impact on an individual life and on the broader Jewish community. Reciting the Shema every night with Nadav, lighting Shabbat candles with him, and raising him in a Jewish home certainly does not guarantee that we will be successful. But it does lay the foundation and create a pattern of Jewish life. And as a Jew, it is my responsibility to aspire to be like Abraham, to ensure that our traditions are indeed passed on to the future.
We continue with Kaddish Rabbanan, page 13.